Now, before I go ahead and upload the sheet, there's one more thing I want to do, and that is to create featured images. So I do have a method to do this at scale, but first I'm going to need to get some product images to give you a demonstration of how you can do this. If you hadn't guessed, I'm just copying the image address, double checking, and then putting it in the sheet. So we're not going to use these images as they are, but we do need to get some product images. And we do need to make sure they are just product. And we're not worried about these images being taken off the server because once we grab them, we're not using the server, it's not going to matter. We just need to be able to get the images. Okay, I've got the image for each of these laptops. So these are all the same because it's product 1, and then the product 2 image, product 1, product 2, one's missing. It is the N430. This one. Yes, I have all the images for each of these. As you can imagine, I'm going to create a featured image, and it's just going to be product 1 versus product 2. So I'm going to make a template, and then I'm going to import these images into the template. So it's going to produce a featured image for each of these with very little effort. I say very little effort because, again, this is going to be 45 articles. You could have done this with 100 articles, 200 articles, especially if you have ways to streamline this process even more, which I'm still learning every day. So this is my sheet, this is my 45 articles, and as I said, you can complete this whole thing within this sheet without AI using concatenate, or you can use the original bulk published sheet and start to generate about sections and comparison sections, who the product is best for, and then the review of usage after a month of use. And we're going to be using the product reviews to do that. But I'm going to be doing this in the bulk publishing WordPress plugin because it's super easy to do, and I want to use the research data scraper to inform all of these columns. Before I export this CSV and go on to upload it onto bulk publishing AI, I'm going to embark on the journey of turning these images into a semi-appealing looking featured image. Now, to make this featured image, I'm going to use 2 tools. You can do it all in Placid, which is the first tool, but I'm going to use Canva because it already has some decent looking versus images going for it. I'm going to choose one of these, and all I'm going to do is I'm going to take this text away. I'm going to take this image away and take this away completely. I'm going to leave this. I'm going to extend this. Look what they've done here. And this just saves me having to do this in Placid. This is all we need. We're going to have laptop 1 here versus laptop 2. And then here we're going to have the names of each of the laptops, and that is it. Maybe we could change this color scheme so it fits more in line with bulk publishing. So what we do with Canva is we change 1 and change all. And same here, we're going to change this to red, change all, change this one. That should be fine. And change this one. Can this not be changed? Okay, we'll leave that then. Be changed. And yeah, and that's it. We are done. We're ready. What we need to do is export this. We'll do it as a PNG. So there are quite a few ways that you can use Placid to create featured images at scale. I've used Make in the past because I wanted to create the URL for the image and send that straight to the Google Sheet so I could upload the CSV and use WP All Import to import them onto my site. So WP All Import would download them and then you'd have them on your server. So if they expire on the internet, it's not a problem. Which is why I said it doesn't matter that we're using the URLs from various websites, because when we make the image, we've made it. They're already in the image, and then we need to save those to our server. Another method, which is very simple, is to download the Placid WordPress plugin. You can make images on demand once you have the WordPress plugin, and that means once you've made your templates, you never really have to mess around with Canva or anything like that again, because you've made your templates for various types of posts, and it makes it very easy, especially if you have a virtual assistant and you're uploading loads of content. They can just go in, change things around, ensure that the title or whichever variable you need is in the post, and then that's it. I'm going to use Make because I want to set them and let it create all 45 of them in one go. So I'm going to make a template. And I'm going to upload my Canva image. There we go. And now we need to put some placeholders. And I'm hoping that the images are PNGs and they don't have a white box around them, but if they do, so be it. What I could do to try and ease that pain is I could put a border around this. So I send this, can I just rearrange the layers? Yep. Oh, I don't want it. Oh, I can't actually because this is flat. Never mind. I will still try and put a frame around it. I'm going to duplicate this. Okay. So we have our product comparison thing going on. And what we're going to do now is we're going to name these layers so we know what we're putting where. And let's up to 1. Product 2. And then we need the text overlay. We want it to have enough space for the characters without going over the area. So duplicate that. Okay, so that's our featured image. So every image is going to look like this, but they're going to have the correct product and product title because we've got that information in the sheet already. Before we go ahead, we need to make sure we name them appropriately. The only thing we don't need to be dynamic is the background, but we do need to be able to change the product image 1, image 2, text 1, text 2. Those are on top, and that's it. Now we need to connect it to the Make app. So you want to copy your API token, head over to Make. So the next stage is something that you can get wrong, and it is quite tedious, but you want to make the connection between Make and the Google Sheet. So what you can see here is it's going to grab the image and the product name from the sheet. It's going to put those in Placid. Placid is going to create the featured image, and then it's going to send it back to the sheet. So it's going to send the URL for the featured image back to the sheet. Search rows, create image, update a row. Once you've logged into your account, you're going to need to select My Drive and find the name of the spreadsheet that you're working on. This is again why it matters that everything is named accordingly so it's easy to find. And then you need to find the sheet name, which is this one. This is the one we're working on. Does the table contain headers? Yes. The column range is up to Y, going down to 46. So it's A to Z. I don't think we need any of that. Sending, order by row number, string, and we only need 46. Okay, that should be it. Now we need to tell Placid exactly what it's doing. I need to add a new Placid connection. Once you click add, you're going to have to name it and add your API token to make the connection. And then you're going to choose your template. So it's going to connect it and it knows exactly what you're working on from the API key that you've given it. And then it's going to show you the dynamic fields that you can edit. Okay, so I did make a mistake, and that was why I had these mixed up. So you definitely want to double check. Product 1 is truly product 1, product 1 text, product 2, product 2 text. You don't want those issues, so let's go back. Product 2 text. Product 2 image. Product 1 text. Product 1 image. Okay, so product 2 text, product 2 image, product 1 text, product 1 image. Okay, well, let's run this again. No. Start from the beginning. It should overwrite the ones it's done. Let's check it now. They are quite small. So we've got the image, the name, image, the name. Another one. Yep. Yeah, definitely could have made them bigger, but you get the point. We're going to let it fill up that whole sheet.